3D Pokemon games. Ah! Get them away from me! Go on the internet and find any Pokemon discussion. Chances are you'll find lots of people dogpiling on the latest Pokemon games. People have problems with the gameplay, the graphics, the difficulty, the price, the taste of the cartridge. In short, everything's bad. Okay, that's not really true. I've seen praise for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet on the Switch too. Which, to be fair, isn't that great of a compliment. Yes, this game isn't good on the hardware it was made for, but it's actually better on a more powerful console. But the great thing about humans is our capacity to think and form original thoughts. So instead of parroting what everyone says about these games, why not play them myself and form my own opinion on it? I'll admit it, I bought in on the hate train. You know, the sword and shield tree and the lack of national decks. But I'm a new man now. I'm not a crayon-eating crybaby, only use moves that do damage, hates everything popular to stand out teenager. I'll play them myself and tell you they're bad. That's a joke. So in this series, I'll be looking at the games that introduced the new generations. Pokemon X and Y, Sun and Moon, Sword and Shield, and Scarlet and Violet. I won't be playing the remakes and Legends Arceus. I'll only be looking at the main game of each generation. To begin, we're heading back to the 3DS. Mainline Pokemon's first barrage into 3D, Pokemon X and Y. Pokemon X and Y released on the 12th of October 2013. The game introduced many things not seen in previous Pokemon games. Fairy-type Pokemon, Mega Evolution, character customization, and it's fully 3D. The game follows the same formula as the previous games. You move to a new region, you get your starter Pokemon, you travel through the region and beat all 8 gyms to finally reach the Pokemon League and become champion. Along the way, you're supported by your friends and you challenge your rival time and time again. You'll also encounter a criminal organization with nefarious plans, usually involving the box legendary, and you'll send them packing. I chose Pokemon X and it took me about 32 hours to beat the game. Pretty much explored everything I could and tried to catch all the Pokemon I encountered. Didn't do any EV training or whatever stuff competitive players do. It's not my thing at all. Overall, I had fun with the game, so let me start with the good. I liked the graphics and art style and the overall presentation. It's honestly great for the 3DS. I thought there were lots of charm. It's colorful, the perspective sometimes changes, like when you're walking up on a high cliff and you can see the roots far below, or the Tower of Mastery in Chaleur City, Palais Lane. Music is nice as usual. I thought the friends adventuring thing is cute. It actually feels like you're going together with them as the whole squad pops up throughout the game. You watch fireworks with Shauna. This game also introduces ride Pokemon. You can ride on Skiddo, Rhydon, and Lapras. You can dress up and style your character. You can get haircuts for your Furfrou. It's a cute game. But what's important in a Pokemon game? That's right, the Pokemon. And coming off Black and White, this game has really good Pokemon variety. Always felt like you were seeing different Pokemon. A lot of familiar faces and completely new ones. I think they nailed the variety. I just checked and 69 new Pokemon were introduced, which is apparently the least amount of any new Pokemon in the generation. Didn't feel like it to me, so still no complaints. Okay, but are the new Pokemon good? The starters? Chespin, Fennekin, and Froakie? They're alright. Might be my least favorite trio though. Greninja is cool, Delphox is too human for me. It's not just her look, but also her animations. Uncanny Valley. Chestnut. But the other Pokemon? I thought they were really good. Fletchling, Flabebe, Pancham, Furfrou, Aegislash, Tyrantrum, Aurorus, Palucha, Deden, Phantom, Noivern. I like their lines a lot. A lot of the Pokemon are really cool and visually appealing. Many of them also have cool gimmicks. Aegislash can change forms. You evolve Inkay by flipping your 3DS upside down. Let's address the two vampirs in the room. Fairy types and Mega Evolution. They are both incredible. Fairies are so much fun to use. They add a bit more variety and are a big counter to Dragon types. I love Florges and Sylveon. Mega Evolutions are also a really fun mechanic. They become stronger, they change types, and of course they look different. Some vastly different. I don't care what people say. Charizard X is sick as hell. Blastoise gets a huge cannon on his back. Ampharos gets pretty long hair. Altaria gets so fluffy. Yes, it might be too strong, but it's just so exciting watching your Pokemon change forms and become stronger in battle. It also might deprive some weak Pokemon of new evolutions. So like, how's Mawile going to get a new evolution when it has a Mega form? But it's just a theory I've seen. Game Freak hasn't said this would be the case. That's all the good stuff out of the way, and unfortunately, there's a lot I dislike about this game, mainly because of how wasted so many things are. I'm also going full spoilers, so beware. Getting right back into Mega Evolutions, in the main story, only 3 trainers use Mega Evolutions. Are you serious? Why? Karina, Lysander, and Dianpha. Only them. Wahoo! Incredible. No one else, none of the Elite Four, none of the gym leaders after Karina. It's a massive wasted opportunity. You have this cool new battle mechanic and 28 Pokemon have access to it. Fine, let's remove the Gen 1 starters, the legendaries, and the event Pokemon. That's still 20 Pokemon. Why not showcase it more? By the way, the vast majority of them are only available post-game. Absolutely baffling decision to not make Mega Evolutions a more prominent battle mechanic, so it's not just you using them and no one else. Another issue I have is not only do you get a starter, you also get another starter from Gen 1 and Lucario. I get why. They want to showcase and introduce the Mega Evolution mechanic, but all 3 Pokemon are incredibly strong and make the game piss easy. Which brings me to my next point, the difficulty. Not a single fight was hard. You want to know what's a big contributor to this is? That's right, XP share. XP share completely ruins the balance. It is so easy to become overleveled. Listen, I did 0 grinding. I fought the trainers I could see, I explored some side areas, and I caught the Pokemon I saw. Exactly the same as what I do in every previous Pokemon game. But for this game, I was consistently like 10 to 15 levels above the main story level. And you might say, oh, just turn it off. No, fuck no. If I have to turn off a game mechanic to have some semblance of game balance, then there's a huge fundamental problem here. Yes, turning it off helps, but I shouldn't have to. It's not a problem on my side. I'm not actively trying to gain levels. This is a game design problem. Which, to be fair, it's much easier to say fix this than come up with solutions. But none of these are that big of a problem when the story exists. Wow, my goodness. I hated it. So the friends traveling part is whatever. It's pretty standard. They find what they like to do in life, no issue with that. But Team Flare is completely useless. Most of them, the grunts, act comical. They don't act serious. Lysander shows up and sometimes he talks a bit. He shows up on your holo clip, he talks about the beautiful world or whatever. For most of the game, you don't really know what Team Flare's motives are or what they want to do. They're just more of a comical annoyance. They just act stupid and goofy. After you beat the 7th gym, here comes the big reveal. Lysander wants to commit genocide, basically. He says there aren't enough resources, so humans fight over it. I'm gonna quote him. "The only way to create a world where people live in beauty, a world without conflict or theft, is to reduce the number of living things." His plan is to kill everyone that isn't a part of Team Flare, so billions, and also all Pokemon. What? Once again, this isn't how Team Flare is represented through the gameplay. They act comical, but it turns out their main objective is to kill everything, when all they talk about is fashion and being selfish and they do their stupid poses. It's a horrible motivation with a horrible solution. I was taken aback by this. This is one of the only games that's made me feel this way. Like, wow, this is dog shit writing. You want to know what's worse? There's no real conclusion. It doesn't wrap up nicely at all. After you beat Lysander, nothing happens. Team Flare disappears without a trace. Your friends are like, "Oh, let's get back on our journey to the 8th gym." What? We're not gonna address or have some conclusion for what just happened? We just stopped someone trying to kill all humans and all Pokemon, and the best thing the game can mutter up is, "Go challenge the 8th gym"? Are you serious? What happens to anyone involved? Just absolutely shocking writing. What's sad is the stuff with AZ and the Pokemon War and the Ultimate Weapon is actually really interesting, but it's completely wasted by the Team Flare plotline. A war with people using Pokemon. A weapon that decimated both sides that runs on Pokemon. A guy that wanders the earth searching for his Pokemon that hates him and feels disgusted by him. And it's all fucking ruined by Team Flare. I sincerely hope Pokemon Legends ZA can expand on all of this and redeem the Kalos region. Judging from the latest trailer, some of Team Flare is back. Of course we know AZ and Floette are there. The game is literally called Set to A, which has to be referring to AZ and not just the ranking system. There are new Mega Evolutions, a new criminal group. I really do hope it's good. I had fun and there were quite a few things to like. Unfortunately, there are some massive flaws. If I had to give it a rating, it would have to be a 6 or a 7. Please don't think this is me bashing on Pokemon. I love Pokemon. I grew up with it. It honestly changed who I am. I wouldn't be the same person without Pokemon. And don't think I hate change and new things. I appreciate many of the new mechanics introduced. It's not old good, new bad. Next time, we'll be looking at Pokemon Sun and Moon. But not really, because I played the Ultra version, which isn't exactly the same. Do I like the game more? You'll find out next time.